Rim in Queensland, and I'm 1 minute late, and I do apologize because just as I was about to jump on live, my dad rang me. And it's always the way. He knows I do a video every morning, but they're on daylight savings time, so he's probably a little bit confused about what time it is. But and I had to say to him, I can't talk. I've got to go because I'm about to start a live video. And he's like, oh, righto then. Anyway, so I apologize for being a little bit late. So how was your weekend, everyone? Did you have a great weekend? As you can see, the crafty cat is not in the house. He's hanging around and hovering around. He may decide to come in and jump up on his chair. Lunchtime for you, Sheila. Just grabbed a coffee. Well, you know what? You can settle in with your coffee and enjoy a great crafty session. So I can see quite a few of you are on this morning. So welcome. I hope you're enjoying these 10 cards in 20 minutes. I mean, sometimes I've done the 20 minutes. Sometimes I haven't done the 20 minutes. And that reminds me, there's one thing I haven't got ready, which I'll just grab that. Needed a blending brush and I didn't have that ready. So I don't know how I'm going to go this morning. This card is a simple, elegant card. It's quite nice. I'm using a card that I've already designed, but I'm actually going to step it up a little bit. And of course, stepping it up a little bit probably means more time that it will take me to get it done, but it is all good. Whatever we get done will be exciting anyway. Now I have a couple of things that I have sitting on my desk here that I have no idea what they belong to. So I'm hoping that maybe someone that is watching can help me. I've got a stamp that someone actually found on the bottom of a basket. Now, I was not even missing this stamp, so I don't even know if it was my stamp or if it's someone else's. And I have a set of dies. So I'm just wondering whether anyone knows. It'll be a little bit of a mystery whether they know where the stamp and die comes from. So while a few of you are jumping on, I'll just run through a few quick things. We have an October joining special. I can tell you, joining Stampin' Up is probably one of the best things I ever did. And if you're a crafter and you want to feel like you are a part of a crafty community, then being sorry, I've just lost my embellishments on the ground. They stuck to my arm. Being a part of a crafty community is a really great way to help you with your crafty inspiration, but also to buy your products at a good value. And everything that we get as being a part of Stampin' Up, we get 20% discount. Some of us get 25% discount, depending on how long you stay with Stampin' Up and whether you work up to the next level or not. But the best part is we get all of the specials that customers get. We get those specials, plus we get our 20% discount on top. Now, this month, sometimes when Stampin' Up sweeten the starter kit, I wish I could purchase the starter kit again, I can tell you. Because right at this very moment, you can get to choose $286 worth of product and you only pay $169. Now, you choose whatever you want. You can put sale items in there. You can put clearance rack items in there. You can put kits in there because we have 30% off our kits at the moment. But there is so many things that you can put in your starter kit, and you tailor your starter kit to however you want it. But it's the start of something special. It's the start of feeling like you belong to a crafty community. And I can tell you, our Wild Heart Crafters team, we're a great, awesome team of people all over Australia. We're in all states, everywhere. And I don't normally like to blow my own trumpet, but I am number 2 demonstrator in Australia, hoping to one day get to number 1 demonstrator in Australia. But I just love sharing my love of crafting with others. And, you know, people join my team to be a part of that crafty community. And that's what I'm about. I'm about making sure that you feel like you're crafting with others, making sure that you're not feeling like you're alone, and making sure that you're making friends in amongst our Wild Heart Crafters team. So if you're interested, this offer they don't sweeten the deal that often, and I can tell you this offer is a pretty awesome deal. You get $117 worth of product for free when you spend $169. So it's pretty awesome. So you get to $286 worth of product. You can scan that QR code there on the screen, or you can use my join my team link down in the description of the video. It's in the show more box down below on YouTube, and it's also in the description if you're watching on Facebook. But it is definitely worthwhile thinking about. And if you've been on the fence and you're thinking about doing some awesome Christmas crafting, then I can tell you being a part of Stampin' Up is probably the best opportunity to get your products at such a good value. Okay, so I am a no pressure team leader. Honestly, if you join and you only want to buy for yourself and enjoy the discount, then I'm happy to support you in that way. If you want to run it as a business, then I'm happy to support you in that way as well. My team get weekly team training. Every week they get a business training video, and they also get a live Zoom call that we check in with our businesses, and I help fine tune anything that they're doing in their business. I also offer that training to other demonstrators around the world as well, internationally. So I have some people that train with me internationally. I also have some people that train with me here in Australia that aren't in my team. So just because you're not in my team, it costs $25 a month for that step-by-step demonstrator business training. So if you're interested in that, head on over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com, and you can see the step-by-step demonstrator business training website, the tab, and you just click on that and you can read all about it. So I can see quite a few of you have jumped on. So let's get into this crafting. Now, I have to tell you something funny. When I went to get set up this morning, I went to reach through to plug my my keyboard for my computer wasn't working real well. So I thought, oh, obviously it needs charging. So I put it into charge, but as I went through to actually put it into charge, my ponytail got caught in my webcam. So everything went everywhere. And I was like, well, the webcam's definitely. So I was straightening up my webcam too before we jumped on. So it was all good for doing this video. So funny things that happen when you're in a rush and you're trying to get ready. But anyway, now I'll show you the two things that I have here. I have this little stamp here. So if anyone knows what this stamp belongs to, please can you tell me? Because I have no idea. It was found on the bottom of a basket at my card buffet on the weekend. And I recognize the stamp, but I have no idea what stamp set that goes with. So if anyone knows or has any idea of what stamp set they think that goes with, then can you please let me know? And I'm thinking these ones here, I'm not actually quite sure. This is a die, and sometimes it has a number on it, but I don't have the number on it. But and I remember doing a card with this because we did a silhouette card. So I have a stamp that I have no idea, and this die. So if anyone knows what they belong to, please let me know so I can put them back where they belong. I'm just going to sit them over to the side here. I'll leave them there. So but type it into the comments if you know. Encircled in Nature is what we're going to use today. And I've got this card here, and this was one of my make and take cards. And I actually created a card similar to this in a video once before, but I simplified this for a make and take at a craft show. Forest trees. Yes, I sort of thought that. Thank you, Christine. So I did this as a make and take at a craft show, and I drummed it right down so it was easy for them to do. So I thought, why not do this an online exclusive frosted forest. Frosted forest. Let me see. I have frosted forest down here. Does it go with frosted forest? I don't think Does it go with frosted forest? Does it or doesn't it? How many dies? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I don't even have all of them anyway. Oh, and the two, no, it's an extra die. Yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm supposed to have 10 dies in this. Oh, there's a big Christmas tree, and I put that in the evergreen. What was that one? Which I thought it went in it. Anyway, we will find it. You think it's a bonus die? Anyway, I'll put it in. No, I'm going to leave it out on my desk so I know to definitely find where it goes. I don't even know how to say your name. Is it Adelheid? 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 You've got them in your hand. It is Frosted Forest. Okay, if it's Frosted Forest, I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in there. There's quite a few of you said that. Beauty of Friendship or Forest Trees dies. Anyway, we've put it in there. All right, now we still need to find the little stamp. I feel like this was out of a Christmas. Oh, you're looking at it now, Kerry. Well done. And Adelheid said that they've got them in their hands as well. So I put it into the Frosted Forest. You all say that's what it is, so that's where it's gone. We'll put that up where it belongs now. Okay. We still need to find the little home for this one, but anyway, I'm sure we will find it sooner or later. All right, so I've decided that I'm going to do this Encircled in Nature. I thought it would be a great stamp set. This is an online exclusive set, this one, and I have loved it. I think it's a gorgeous set for not only Christmas. I think it's a gorgeous set for all times, and I think it's a very versatile set for all different occasions. So anyway, so let's move on. So I'm going to pop the card up here. So I'm going to get myself ready. So I've got my card bases already cut and folded. Yes, Deborah, you're on live. Yes, I am live right at this very moment. Okay, I've them folded. I've got those ones there. I'll open up my ink pads. So I've got Mossy Meadow ink pad, and I've also got Old Olive ink pad. And hopefully that Old Olive ink pad is juicy enough. It's okay. We'll make do with however juicy it is. Now as you can see, I've got like just a rectangle piece of basic white there for the sentiment. So I've decided to change it up, and I've put it on some circles. And I know you're all going to ask me the size of the circles. The size of the circles are 1 3/4 and 2 inch. Okay. So I've now said it in the video. So please don't leave me comments for me to answer questions about what size they are. It's 1 3/4 inch and 2 inch circles. Okay. So if you ever want to know information about what size I use, and I'm not saying this in a horrible way. I try to teach you how to work out those sizes, because if you live in a different country, we have different sizes in card bases and layers and things like that. So how I work out a size of what I'm going to put on the front of something, like the bauble card that I did the other day, I had a couple of people asking me the size of that. All you've got to do is sit the baubles on a piece of basic white cardstock, get the sizing that you need, use it that size, and then add an 1/8 of an inch on for the layer in behind. So so it's an easy way of making out, and that's how I do it. The reason why I answered the way I did is to actually teach you how to do that in future, so you're not waiting for me to respond and tell you what color, what size they're going to be, because it's easy to work out. Okay, so if there's a layer that I'm using, most of the time what I do is I lay the stamps on it, look at the size and go, okay, I need that to be at least like 3 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And that's how I work it out. So a lot of the times, once I've done a card, I don't remember what the sizes were because I worked it out from that sizing. All right, so I have layers here that are going to go on the front, and I've got layers for the insert. So I think I'm going to start with the layers for the front by doing the blending first, and then I'll bring it back through and I'll do the stamping. So I'm going to pop those aside. Now, as you can see, I've cut my circles for my sentiments out of my layers because they're going to be hidden in behind. So you're not going to see, oh, you're from Germany. I hope I said your name right, Adelheid, and I hope you can understand my English. Detailed dogwood, Jill, you think? The stamp, you think? I don't know. Janet says that she often just folds a card piece in half and fold that for my card base. Yes. Yep. And cut so cut the base in half and fold it in half. And like, honestly, our layers are all different. So because our layers are different, they're going to be different in everyone's country. So so not necessarily will my layer fit properly on yours. So anyway, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of blending. So what I like to do when I'm doing blending is I like to load up, so someone can start the clock if you like, and I'm probably not going to make the 20 minutes today, so I'm just going to blend a nice little circle in the middle of each of the layers for the front. And see, sometimes these bits of cardstock stick together. Now, the idea with a blending brush and doing this is that you do nice soft motions. You take the excess of the ink off first, and then you do nice soft motions all the way around until you get the color on there with not a lot of pressure. A lot of people think that they've got to scrub really hard with their blending brush to get that to happen. I'm lightly pressing. I'm just keeping the actual blending brush tip even, but I'm not pressing very hard at all. It's just that circular motion and being able to be patient and let that ink transfer onto that paper. Okay. So all I'm doing is creating just that, the background for me to be able to stamp, and I didn't remove the excess ink off that one real hard, and I got a little bit of a brush mark, but it's okay because we're going to stamp over the top. And a lot of people, I think they look at their blending before they're about to stamp over the top. Once you stamp over the top, you hardly ever see any imperfections anyway. But one of the main thing that I find that people do wrong is they press too hard and they don't take the excess ink off before. Excess ink off is a really, really important. What's patience, says Sue. You haven't found that, Sue? But you just have to be patient and just keep in those circular motions, and just with that light touch. And it happens. It's easy enough. It happens. But I find that's the main problem that most people have when it comes to using their blending brushes. So ink it up again. This is the last one. And look, I'm going the opposite way with my circles because my arm was getting tired going one way. Now I've gone back the other way. But anyway, it's all good. Okay, so that's our 10 done. And now I'm going to grab the stamp, and in our Mossy Meadow, we are going to ink up with Mossy Meadow, and we're going to stamp, oops, a daisy. We're going to stamp, and the reason why I'm doing that is my Mossy Meadow is quite dry. We're going to stamp one, and then we're going to stamp a second. Okay. Oh, I should have re-inked my Mossy Meadow before I started. But we will get a lighter version of it. Oh, I feel like I need to re-ink it. Do I have Mossy Meadow on here? I don't. Anyway, let's try it in Old Olive. See what Old Olive looks like. We're just changing things up here a little bit. Oh, Old Olive looks darker, so we might just try with our Old Olive. I had a feeling that would happen with my Mossy Meadow. So all I'm doing is I'm inking up once, but I'm stamping twice. So I'm stamping once and then a second time with the second generation without re-inking. And it gives you a look like you've got trees up behind in the background, or further away, more or less. Yes, my Old Olive is stamping way better than my Mossy Meadow. So I would have used Mossy Meadow normally, but we're just going to use Old Olive because my Old Olive is inkier. Okay, so that's all 10 of those done. Now I'm going to take the smaller tree, and we'll use the Old Olive again. And I think inside, yeah. So we're just going to, on our insert, we are just going to stamp 1, 2, and 3 trees. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. I love trees. I mean, who else is a lover of tree stamps? Like, you get me every time. When we have tree stamps, I'm like, yep, you've got me. I just love them. 4 minutes. Okay, and I was taking my time. I forgot I was on a timer. But anyway, we will get there. All right, so 3 trees stamped on the inside. And I would have done this in Mossy Meadow if my Mossy Meadow wasn't as dry as what it is. I think I need new Mossy Meadow inks. They just keep drying out, and I load them up with ink and they just keep drying out. All right, so we've got those done. Now we will bring in our sentiment layers and we will grab our stamp for that. And I'm just going to get rid of my Mossy Meadow because it's not wanting to play nice. So let's use Old Olive, and I'm just going to ink up You Mean So Much to Me. Now, the beauty of circles is we can stamp on a circle and we're always going to be straight because a circle can be turned around any direction to straighten up your sentiment. So if you're someone that struggles with getting sentiments straight, try using circles, because circles are a great way of being able to fix the problem if you are stamping crooked. You mean so much to me. That felt like there was way more than 10, but anyway. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add those to our green circles, our Old Olive circles. And I'm cheating by using Seal Plus because when you are doing multiples, sometimes it's easy just to use a strip of Seal Plus until the Seal Plus starts to pull up my cardstock, because I'm nearly at the end of my Seal Plus. So lining those up. And yep, there we go. I'm at the end of my Seal Plus, so that's the end of that. Let's grab a new one. Watch out, I'm going to be changing my Seal Plus in the middle of a 10 cards in 20 minutes. So if I can get it out of the packet. Changing a Seal Plus and all. There. And there. And now we should be right to go. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but because I wasn't at the end of it, I couldn't change it before I jumped on. Right, get it to work. There we go. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Now, I did have someone that actually said to me on my video the other day, or commented on my video the other day, that because I'm racing and doing these in 20 minutes, that I'm compromising on the quality of my card by doing them so quickly. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I can tell you every card that I have made in my 10 cards in 20 minutes, I would definitely think it is nice enough to send out. So I don't think I'm compromising on the quality too much at all, for the simple fact that it's handmade and it doesn't have to be totally perfect. So sometimes I get comments and I think, you know, that's okay. That's your opinion. But yeah, I was quite surprised because I think everyone's having a lot of fun watching these 10 cards in 20 minutes. And I'm not saying that you have to do them in 20 minutes either. I'm saying that this is just a fun thing that I challenge myself to do, but I can tell you that every single card that I have made, I will definitely be sending out to people because I don't believe that I've compromised on any of the quality on the card. Okay, some might be a little bit at an angle because the glue moved when I put the layers over to the side, but you know, it's handmade. Thanks, Christine. Yeah, Glenda said, how rude. I know. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, sometimes it surprises me, some things that people say. And, you know, after all, these are free videos, people. I mean, I do this for free. Like, I physically get out here and entertain you all for free. You know, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of courage to do these type of things as well. You know, I mean, it's not for the faint-hearted to be here like creating this video content for you all the time. Yeah, and I don't know, sometimes I just think people don't realize what a comment like that can do. But anyway, it is what it is. Lucky it was like water off a duck's back. But yeah, I can honestly tell you that that I would definitely be sending any of these cards out because I don't believe that I'm compromising on any quality whatsoever. All right, so now I've got those done. Now I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to add my sentiment on the front. So I'm just going to pop the sentiment down here like that. So we'll do all those. Make sure I pop it up the right way. So you can see here, Seal Plus definitely makes it easier to be adhering things rather than the liquid glue, because the liquid glue takes you a little bit more time to apply. But I feel like Seal Plus, when I'm popping things on, and Seal Plus holds really well as well. So you'll find that you'll have no problem with your sentiment label staying on. Yeah, Jill said it's about handmade, not perfection. Exactly. I'm not Hallmark. That's all I can say. And you know what? Each card is unique as far as I'm concerned as well. So, yeah. All right. So we've got nearly all of those done. How am I going for time? Someone type the time in for me. All right. So I've got all those done. And I'm going to hopefully add them on the front. I need to stand up to do all these. There. And the beauty of Seal Plus is it holds really, really well. So once you've actually used it to apply your layers, it's going to hold really, really well. And I run less risk of them moving with the liquid glue when I'm doing these in the short amount of time. And the reason I stand up when I'm doing things like this is it's nice to get yourself over the top of your card base to line it up really nice and even, because you don't have the wiggle room with Seal Plus. Whoops. No, sometimes you just can't grab things properly. That's my issue when I'm doing these 10 cards in 20 minutes. I go to grab something, I go to pick it up, and it wants to stay on my desk and it won't pick up. And now my Seal Plus doesn't want to work. Sheila said that she started using Seal on your cards. Yeah. I mean, Seal Plus is what I use. I don't use Seal. Seal to me is like just the basic Seal. I don't know. I get myself in a mess with it. I just don't seem to, it doesn't run as easy as what the Seal Plus does. But it's just personal preference. I've used Seal Plus now for ever since it came out. So it's a little bit like, I think you've just got to learn how to use it. And it's a little bit like our old fast fuse that we used to have. I know a lot of people used to say that they struggled with the fast fuse. Now I'm just going to open all these to put the inserts in, because I think it might go a bit easier if I've got them opened already to put all the inserts in. Thank you. Chris is saying that there was not any time allowed for me to answer the comments. I need to do that one again. That one, I'm going to turn that over and stamp that one again, because I had things resting on it and it made it all smudged and grotty. So I'm turning that one over. All right. Now we're good to go. Yeah, that's the dirty side. Okay, so we're going to go in here. There. I know, I am reading the comments, so that takes a little bit of time too. I feel like I need to stand back up again. Actually, I'm going to go back to liquid glue, because to pop these in here, I like to be able to wiggle them around. There. I was okay on the front, but the inserts, I'm like, no, I need to be able to wiggle them. There. I got an extra 30 seconds. How kind are you all? All right, there. Oops. Oh, and now oh no, I salvaged it. So the beauty of our Seal Plus is, our liquid glue is, it gives you time to be able to maneuver them around and get them to be exactly where you want them to be. So that's why it's my go-to glue, is the Tombow. For the simple fact that you do have that. Seal Plus, you don't get that. That's why I stood up to put those layers on the front, was so that I could get a good view and make sure that I was standing right over the top and making sure that it was going to definitely sit in place where it needed to sit. All right, so that's the 10 of them with the inserts in. How am I going for time? Big-hearted, at least 25 seconds. All right, I've got my bows all on a thing here, so we're going to stick our bow on. And you'll be happy, Sue. I've got a bow. I can't do the cards without a bow. Whoops. I need to cover up that ink so I don't get any more ink on things. Put my lid on my glue. All right, let's get back to the bows. Helps with the bows on the glue dots all ready to go. Makes putting the bows on much quicker and easier, plus tying the bows. And, you know, I prepped for all of these this morning because I hadn't prepped for them ready to go. I knew what I was doing today, but I hadn't prepped all the cards ready to go. But yes, I was sitting here just before I jumped on tying my bows. Okay, so that's 10 bows done. Now all I've got to do is embellish. And I did put a new putty end in my Take Your Pick tool. So let's hope that that works. So let's take the lid off. We might be a bit better with the new putty end. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Much better with the new putty end. 6. Well, I spoke too soon. 7. 8. 9. And 10. How am I going for time? Do I have time for Wink of Stella or have I run out of time? Let's Wink of Stella all together. Okay, let's grab our wink. Oh, I can't find my Wink of Stella. Is there any in that one? There's none in this one, I don't think. Or is there? No, none in that one. Ah! Any in this one? That one's got wink. There we go. Let's wink them all up. Okay, how did I go? Time's up. Well, I got Wink of Stella on there too. What time did I do it in? I don't even know where I was going. But anyway, there we go. There is another 10 cards. So that is 80 cards that I have done all together. We have 130 people on here watching us this morning. How awesome is that? Everyone give me the thumbs up and please share my video. Thank you very much for 130 people watching me this morning. That is the most I've had in a long, long time. I do an amazing job, Judy. Thank you. Thank you. Always time for Wink of Stella, Siobhan. I know. 19 minutes and 53 seconds before wink. Okay. Well, if I didn't put the Wink of Stella on, I would have made it. So does that count? Does it count? Well done once more, Merlene says. Beautiful, says Sheila. Thank you very much. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy bringing these videos to you every day. I love them. My name is Donna Gray and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland. And, you know, I go live 5 days a week. This week I won't be able to go live 5 days a week because I will be at the craft show at Ipswich. So if there's anyone going to the Ipswich Paper Crafter live show, I will be there. So please come in and check me out. I'm doing scrapbooking classes every morning and I'm doing a card class most afternoons. So if you're interested, please jump onto the website and check out the classes that they have available. And also, as I said, if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, we have that awesome special of $286 worth of product and you only have to pay $169. It's a great way of getting your craft supplies at a discounted rate. And you are guaranteed discount until April 2025, no matter how much you spend. So I would love to have you be a part of my Wild Heart Crafters community. I am a no pressure team leader. I absolutely just love everyone enjoying their crafting, getting their products at the best value that you possibly can get them at, and to help you with your creativity. Now, if you choose to join my team, you need to use either that QR code that's there on the screen or my link in the description of any of my videos. Any video that you go to, the link is always there. Or you can head over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com, and click on the join now, because our links are specific to us as demonstrators. So if you want to join under me, you have to actually use my link to make sure that you get to be a part of the Wild Heart Crafters. But thanks for hanging out with me, people. I've totally enjoyed doing this. Now, tomorrow morning, I'm going to endeavor to go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So because I've got so much on getting organized, and I know that I'm normally later on a Tuesday morning, but I'm going to endeavor to get on at 9 a.m. So for the business training people, we will be finishing at 8:45 a.m. on our Zoom call tomorrow morning. So so I can get on and do my live video at 9 a.m. because I have people coming here helping me with my prepping for my Craft Alive show, getting the kits and everything all organized for Craft Alive. So if you're interested and you are in the Ipswich area and you're heading to Ipswich, please come up and say hello to me, and possibly come to a class of mine. I've got, as I said, scrapbooking classes and card making classes. So if you want to come and hang out with me and craft with me, then you need to come to Ipswich and have a look. You're not Australian, but Donna inspires you. Well, thank you, Sheila. Thank you. I would have to check on that, Julie. Pending will be the end of this month. Yes, end of this month. Yep. And then you will have to rejoin again. Yep. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed that. Give me the thumbs up, and I will see you all at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for my 9th episode of 10 cards in 20 minutes. So I've got 80 cards made now. I've only got 20 cards to go, and I will be creating 100 cards in 10 videos. So if you're interested in joining my challenge, I challenge so many people this month to try and make 100 Christmas cards in the month of October. And then November, we will endeavor to send 100 Christmas cards out to our family and loved ones. Thanks, everyone. I will see you all again